Hey, it's Angelo Caruso. I'm here at the Bones Conference. It's an osteopathic managers and practice managers and administrators. We're all here trying to learn how to do our jobs a little bit better than we already do. We have a great crowd today, and I'm talking about my famous rock climbing story because it's a story about change, the topic of the conference here in Saratoga Springs, New York. And one time I went rock climbing in a place called Joshua Tree National Park. It's in California. And we were going to climb that day using something called the Belay system. The Belay system. And it's interesting, the Belay system, because what happens is as you climb, you're in a little harness, right? And there's a rope that goes all the way up to the top. Think of it like a pulley. And the rope at the top is tied off to a BFR. It's a climbing term. It's a technical term for the type of rock that the rope is tied to. It's a big rock. And so the rope goes from your harness all the way to the top, and then the rope comes back down again, and it's being held by one of your climbing buddies. So that's called the belay system. And the belay system is safe because if you should fall during the climb, instead of plummeting to earth, you will dangle against the side of the rock face until you lose consciousness. So you're safe. So the thing we were climbing, because it's just our first climb, was only about 100 feet. But you know, if you fall from 100 feet, your head will crack like an eggshell. So it is quite dangerous. And so here we are in the belay system, and I start to climb the face. And the thing is, you put your fingers in like crevices, and you have muscles in your fingers. Did you know that? But you don't think about them too much. And if you just exert those muscles for like 4 or 5 seconds sometimes in the right way, you start to really feel them. Well, I was on this face for 14 minutes, then 15 minutes, 16 minutes, right? Meanwhile, I've got my body in strange places. I can't see what I'm reaching for. And I'm 50 feet high and then 60 feet high. And I'm sweating now in places I didn't think I could sweat. I get to the very top, and I've got another climbing buddy at the top. And I am wasted. I am thrashed. I know, because I've studied this a bit, more people get hurt climbing down than climbing up. Think about that. When you're climbing down, you've got to find a foothold and you can't see it. I mean, this is really dangerous. And I don't care if I'm in a belay system or not, I'm done. And I said to my climbing buddy at the top, I said, hey, I'm going to go down another way. I've enjoyed the experience. It's been fun. We'll let somebody else have a turn. And he laughed at me and he said, well, how do you think you're going to get down? Escalator? You're going to go down the same way you came up. And I said, well, this is an outrage. And he says, look, you can do it. A lot of people do it. The belay system is safe. You have to trust the system. And I said, what do you mean trust the system? He says, well, all you have to do is lean back, hold the rope, and lean back. And essentially what you do is you climb down like Batman. Remember Batman climbing up the buildings? So you put your feet up on the face as you then break yourself down the rope. And I said, well, there's just no way I'm going to rock back into space. You see? No way. And he says, but that's how you do it. And that was the big lesson that day, ladies and gentlemen, is that in order to embrace change, sometimes you have to be willing to not know what's going to happen. You see? I had to be willing to not know if the rope was going to catch me. Not really know. But of course the system was in place, so the rope did catch me. I just have to get past the psychological part of letting myself go. And it worked out fine. More information about change at michaelangelocaruso.com.